This is what we call the foundation wall insulation. It goes on the inside face of the foundation wall. The purpose is to contain the heat in the building and stop it from moving out. We're putting a barrier around the perimeter vertically, and then we'll put a whole plane underneath the slab, and that'll give us a thicker insulation barrier around the perimeter than is in the center of the building. Having measured the height of the foundation wall from the footing, so that's 40, so we're going to cut these at 40 inches, and in about 3 or 4 inches in, just mark 40 inches and do the same over there. And then those big orange spring clamps behind you there, Bruce, we'll lift this up, and then we just put it in it there like that. Yeah, right on the line. That's right. And then you just take the saw all the way like that, and then you pull this guy over to here, and you do that. We start again, measure 40 inches, mark it, this edge, the white edge on the line, and then just keep cutting at 40 inches off of it. Just lay them down there. That's fine. We're building 3 buildings here, 3 houses. 2 of them in that direction are 2-story houses, which they've got smaller so-called footprints where they hit the ground. This is a single-story house, and it's got a big footprint. And that is what we today are putting the foundation insulation in around the inside. We are building these as what we call slab on grade. So we don't have basements, we don't have crawl spaces here. The floor slab is right on the ground, which means we have to insulate under that floor slab to keep that floor slab toasty warm along with everything else. The most economical way of doing that, and the best way to do it, is to put a band of insulation around the interior of the foundation wall, and then we put another plane of insulation once this is backfilled under the slab itself. So that means around the perimeter, essentially, we have a thicker band of insulation than we do in the dead center. When the concrete form is set up, it has these steel ties that go through it to stop it from bulging. And particularly on the inside, they've got blobs of concrete. Well, we have to knock those off. We're knocking off the blobs of concrete. And what happens after the insulation is installed is it gets backfilled, but only so far, because then the plumbers come and they put the sub-slab plumbing in. And once they've done that, and it's been inspected, then we put stone in, and that's a kind of a permeable medium. And the reason for that is all houses, you've got varying amounts of radon gas that bubble up from the soil. And we can put a fan in the attic, and that pipe runs up through the building eventually, and we can suck with that fan, we can put a negative pressure under the slab. And so the radon, instead of deciding it can find its way into the building, the easier route is to find its way into its evacuation pipe. And so we can pull the radon gas out. And the reason we care about that is that the radon gas it's an inert gas, but in high concentrations, it's the second leading contributor to lung cancer.
Once the inside is insulated, I think that's probably it.
What's the next step after the insulation goes in there?
Well, then they level it off and pour the foundation, and then you start framing. That's fun. Yeah, it's all fun.